Hello and welcome. My name is Sharon and this is Trio.of.Witches Tarot. In this video I'm going to do an unfair comparison of two of my very few black and white decks. In fact, I think I only have three, which includes the Tarot of the Abyss, which I did a separate video on where I compared my colored version to my non-colored version. So I have the Interim Tarot by Linda Benjamin and the Tarot of Toiling Hands by Esme Baker. This one, the Interim Tarot, is by an American creator, and the Tarot of Toiling Hands is by a UK creator. They were both created, and I don't have the whole origin story memorized, but both of them were created during the pandemic for different reasons. Tarot of Toiling Hands, Esme Baker is a tattoo artist, and she, during the pandemic, had to close down her shop, and so she took to creating a tarot deck. Linda Benjamin, I am not sure if it says in the book or not exactly why, but I know she created hers during the pandemic out of some kind of necessity as well. So let's get to it. The tarot, the Interim Tarot, the copy I got did not come in a nice box. I think it came in a semi-flimsy tuck box. I don't keep it in, I keep it in a bag. Tarot of Toiling Hands comes in a very nice tuck box with the kind that folds back, has the thumb cut out. They both come with some kind of a guide. These are the backs of both of them. So the Tarot of the Toiling Hands comes with a little fold-out pamphlet with just a little bit of information on each card. It's Rider-Waite Smith based, so you can follow it along if you know RWS system. And it is intended, it says in here somewhere, it also came with this little extra part which includes info. One of them is missing in this pamphlet for the Five of Pentacles. But she talks about here that this was intended to be used intuitively. And then the Interim Tarot, which has recently had a Kickstarter for the Book of Letters, I believe, and there's an expansion pack which is letters, and then it has a bigger guidebook. This one, though, has a lot of information in it, and I should probably do a separate video where I do a deep dive on this, because there's a lot of correspondences that she puts into this that is very unusual. She has time of day for each card. So in the future, I'll do that. If you're interested, let me know. And it comes with this little card, which is the 24 cards of the Hierophant and the 24-hour organ clock. So it's a very different system. It's also RWS based, so you don't need to know all that to be able to read with it. So these are the backs. The cardstock is very, very different. This is like a linen make plain cards kind of cardstock. Is really nice. It riffle shuffles great. This, the Toiling Hands, is much thicker. It kind of reminds me of the cardstock used in the Oak, Ash, and Thorn in its thickness and general feel. I would be afraid that if I bent this too much that it would crease. It is more of like a satin finish than the more matte that Oak, Ash, and Thorn is. So let's flip them over. Take a second to make sure I got them in frame well. Move them down a little. Closer together. Okay, So these are both very intricately designed decks. The Tarot of Toiling Hands more so than the Interim Tarot. The Tarot of the Toiling Hands has these little key phrases on top of each card. So this is the Child of the Great and Unknown Journey, which I really like. I just think this full card is fantastic. The Magician. So here we have a female. She looks almost like a high priestess to me. This guy's faceless. I love all these different plants that are growing that you wouldn't normally see in a deck. You'd have got the, oh heck, what are they called? The Venus flytraps. And some kind of ferns, it looks like. And here we have the High Priestess. The Shepherd of the Unconscious Mind. Huh. So the Interim Tarot is, if you can't already tell, is pointillism. Those words, making them up. You know, they do all the dots. She has some interesting videos up on Instagram about her process. It's the Empress. Interesting, wonder what all that is. The Nurturing Mother of Earth and Venus. The Emperor. The Wise and Mighty Father. These are very different. The Hierophant. God of Tradition and the Three Worlds. Looks like a woman. The Lovers. Huh, it's interesting. He's playing with them like they're puppets. And got Cupid down here, but he's got like a skull. This is very interesting. The Chariot. I love this one. He's protesting. This one's very cool. It's full of different symbology. The Master of Fierce Determination. Applies to both of those, doesn't it? Strength. The Daughter of the Spirit of Fortitude. I like how she's got a split face there. This one's really cool. As I look through this, I feel a sense of some fate energy going on there. The Hermit. Funny how the Hermit here looks a lot like Death. This Hermit is very cool. I like him a lot. Wheel of Fortune, the Master of the Karmic Cycle. Spiders, like a mosquito human hybrid thing. Snakes and flowers and Justice, the Mother of Fair and Just Law. I like her. She has been through something, hasn't she? And she's got like Medusa hair. It's kind of crazy. This one's cool. The Hanged Man, the Sacrifice of the Patient and Contemplative Child. It's interesting. The two eyes, stacked. Like there's a lot of eyes. I hadn't noticed it before. Death. I like this. This makes me think of going across the river Styx. And this one, we've got Death on his horse. Skull reminds me a lot of the Marigold Tarot. Temperance. The Guide to the Calm and the Center Path. I like how the cups, the water is flowing between them that way. This is almost like she's making a potion or something. The Devil. These are both very cool. The Tower. The use of lungs here is very interesting. This reminds me of one of the cards in the 78 Tarot Ecological. It's very different than your usual. This is very traditional. The Master of Chaotic Awakening. The Star. The Dawn of the Ego Divine. I think that's what that says. Sometimes it's hard to read. Yes. The Moon. The Master of Halves and Illusion. And I'm all about faces on the moon and the sun, so that one's very cool. This one looks like some kind of skeleton. The Sun, the fiery god of eternal joy. I love that these got two women dancing here. This one is very cool too, though. And they both have faces. The moon did not. Both of the suns do. Judgment, the exultant call to awaken. Like that there's crows in this one. A lot going on down here. The world, the whole, master of the completed universe. There's an extra card in the Interim Tarot. It's called the Artist. It's like it looks like the Fool. He's completed his journey. And I think there's another extra card. The Interim. And I have a hard time making out what this is supposed to be. Sometimes it looks like an elephant head or something, and it's very interesting. So now we have the Wands. The Cosmos of Serendipity and Creation. This one's very traditional. To the Mother of Forethought and Decision. Interesting that she chose to just have a hand. 3. Is this one that's facing us? It's hard to tell since the people are kind of faceless for the most part, but I think they're facing away from us, so this just feels pretty traditional. And this one, she's looking back at us. The Child of Progress and Opportunity. A 4. The Mother of All Celebrations. So I don't think there's any people in this. No. We've got people celebrating here. like they're having a garden party. 5, the clamoring horde. So this one is very different. This feels almost like a, one, it looks like a drawing of her doing the pointillism, and 2, it's feels almost more like a pentacle than a wand. This feels fairly traditional. 6, the esteemed master of great success. And both of these feel pretty traditional, although they're just showing the one person, and usually there's other people celebrating with them, celebrating the victory. 7, tenacious, I have to lift it up so I can read it. Tenacious god of competition and dominion. Well, my heck. I like this. They both feel pretty traditional. He is definitely older and more seasoned. 8 of Wands. The daughter of flux and propulsion. Nine of Wands, the Lord of Resilience. Now this guy has got it bad. He's trying to defend himself at the same time he's drowning, almost drowning. She looks kind of a little worse for the wear. Ten, the Lord of Harsh, Fleeting Burden. Something about this, a lot of the skulls on this gives me Marigold Tarot vibes. I'm going to have to do an unfair deck comparison of this with the Marigold. Don't really get the feeling of burden in either of these, though. They almost feel, especially this one, feels more Ten of Swords. Page. The sprouting and enthusiastic child. Knight. I think that this is a dragon. The master of passion and pursuit. Queen. The determined mother of fire and passion. Interesting how her head is split open and flowers are coming out of it. She's got eyes on her hands. I like that. And the cat laying on her lap. The lion necklace. And the king. The glorious father of pure fire energy. I like both of these. Oh, she has a little nod to the card suit in the king. Down here too. And you got the salamander there. One here. The cups. A narwhal in that cup. Dove flying up out of that one. The cataclysm of divine love. Two, the lords of intense and passionate love. I like that it's two women. I love that this is elephants. 3, the gods of jubilation and indulgence. It's funny. They're like mer people in reverse. And hey, got some wine going on there. 4, the daughter of reflection and decline. Yes, decline. A little nod to Alice there, isn't it? Five. The cicatrix of failure and regret. I do not know what that word is, so I'm going to have to take a moment and look it up on my phone. All right, so it's cicatrix, and it means a scar on the bark of a tree. Interesting choice of a word for that. I think it's a hermit crab here. She looks very much in despair. Doesn't even notice that she's got a candle and some cups and a whole kingdom. The 6, the children of innocent pleasure. I like both of these. The swing back there. The 7 of cups. Like a frogman or a man frog. The gods of choice and illusion. Mermaid! Mermaid alert! Me and mermaids. We got a thing. The 8. The child of escape and the master of the missing. The sun is crying there. This is sad. This little teeny guy right there. A giant whale skeleton. Looks like the moon up here. They both look sad though. Is it the moon? No, it's the sun. The sun here that's sad, the moon here that looks sad. 9 of cups. The herald of overwhelming contentment. So I've heard people say before they don't like when an octopus is used in a card that isn't an 8. And it doesn't really bother me. But, I mean, I can kind of see that. Did I already say the herald of overwhelming contentment? I think I did. And you got it twice. 10. The lords of familial harmony. I like that this is frogs. And it's pretty traditional with the cups and the rainbow. They look very happy though, don't they? Page. Another mermaid. The child of creating and curious flow. Her head is split open in a goose. Is that a goose? The knight. Seahorse. So you get a merman riding a seahorse. The benevolent and romantic soul. Queen. The nurturing mother of intuition. Another mer person. And the king. The sovereign of diplomacy and compassion. Swords. The father of hue, thought, and vitality. This one's pretty traditional. There's a lot going on there. 2 of Swords. The daughter of onerous choices. Well, my. It's very traditional though. This one's a little bit different. 3. The Lord of abject misery. And these are both pretty traditional. You get the Valentine-ish heart here, and you got more of a anatomical heart there. 4, the warrior of wise recuperation. So he's still standing though. Well, this guy is more traditional, laying down. 5, the lord of bad blood and sour relations. Well, yeah, I guess so. You're gonna stab her in the back then, yeah. Interesting. Got like a dandelion flower head or something. So strange. 6, the mother of somber transitions. Are all of the swords these weird dandelion people? No, because that one wasn't. All right, anyway. Oops. 7, the daughter of trickery and betrayal. Oh, I like that it's maybe a coyote. It's kind of supposed to be. She looks very 20s flapper, doesn't she? 8, the lord of infernal trappings. So he looks like he's trapped by himself, whatever he is. And again with the skull. 9, the child of disturbed thought. Oh, okay, so there's an eye there, but inside the eye is you got your traditional image of someone sitting in bed with their head in their hands. She doesn't look quite as distraught. 10, the mother of the end. Okay. Another skull. Raven there. Like a tree person. Page, the curious child of the delightful path. That's cool. People in this are so strange. Knight of Swords, the master of swift action and reaction. I like that he's riding a bird, and the bird has some daggers. It's cool. The Queen, the god of clear cognition. It's a weird baby with a skull there. These are both so weird. Butterfly person. Looks like a brain. And the king, the father of immense intellect. It's interesting, the different numbers. It reminds me of like anatomy class or something. Okay, so now the last one, the pentacles. The genesis of opulence, abundant. It's interesting. Master of delicate balancing act. So these are discs, not pentacles. And we got this non-pentacle-y shape. Like flying fish up there. The 3. The master of synergy and collaboration. Well, these guys definitely are collaborating, aren't they? 4. The frugal and miserly son. 5. I like that it's cats. The son of material strife. 6. The altruist and lord of equality. I like that it's Baba Yaga. I think this is the card that's like sold me on this deck. 7, the reaper of the fruit of toil and strife. Oh my, okay. Well, that was a lot of hard work. This is pretty traditional. 8, the son of skill and perseverance. So this reminds me of, so in the Spacious Tarot and the Gentle Tarot, I think they both also have this, or it might be the Way Home. Anyway, this seems to be the new traditional 8 of Pentacles. The son of skill and perseverance, if I didn't read it already. 9, the artisan of deserved indulgence. Nice. I like some deserved indulgence. 10, the master of completion and prosperity. These are both very different than your normal 10 of discs, or pentacles, or coins, or whatever. Stones. Page, the child of burgeoning awareness of the material. Oh, that's interesting. The Knight. I like that it's a snail or a slug. The daughter of method and detail. Queen, the nurturing mother of material success. I think that she has a third eye. And the King, the ambitious father of material success. It's interesting that he's inside a clock. This has something to do with the whole interim and the clock and all. So there you have it. The Tarot of Toiling Hands and the Interim Tarot. So I'd love to hear your thoughts below, if you have any. So please comment. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, thanks so much for watching and have a great day.